Hello and welcome back to the show. So, NBK had some weird routing issues, so the admins have taken a decision to postpone the end of that match until that can be resolved, hopefully a bit later on tonight. So for the time being, we're going to go over to Fnatic Envy, which is going to start on a different server, so hopefully everyone's routing is going to be fine. That's going to be on train. What are your thoughts, Mr. Kapadia, or Kapadia?
Kapadia, that's how I say it. So, because I'm posh, James.
What are your thoughts? Oh, very nice. I see what you did there then.
So my thoughts on this match is it's obviously very difficult to call. You got two amazing teams, and as far as both teams go in the current meta game on this map, we are seeing a lot less executes on the A train yard, and it's fine in the sense that it really rewards the strength of dueling with the A, like being able to move quickly into the A yard as the T side and taking engagements together with the AKs. And just maybe with like one smoke or something, you can create a situation which allows you to get those advantages with the Angels and still be able to get the cover to get the bomb down. So that's kind of what teams are favoring a little bit more. So to me, I cannot call this one. I mean, I really cannot call this one. But what I would expect to see is a lot of interesting dynamics with the players playing close to Top Dog and Team Main. But looks like we're going into the match, so we can't really do much more in the way of theory, but we can witness some Counter-Strike, which is better.
Yeah, you can also witness the aggression of JW already pushing down Ivy, and he's going for an insta-flank. That's going to leave loads of Fnatic players in the A bomb site. We'll see he's going to make his way over towards Team Main. We'll see how many of his teammates can survive in that time. He's coming in around the back now, starting to tap. Will they realize where he is? He can't get any frags here. Just tapping him down, but his teammates coming in as well. Down to 3 versus 3. JW still going on the hunt, but gets taken down by Happy. 2 versus 3 now. KRIMZ only with 6 HP and the kit. Olofmeister on the side, but still unable to get any frags. KRIMZ coming in, taking down NBK. How many bullets do these CTs have left in their USPs? Olofmeister's only got 1 clip left, hunting these players. Teammate's gone down. He will go down as well. That will be the first round in favor of Envy. Good opportunity with JW, but a very long rotation from Ivy to teammate.
On a map like this as well, it's really rough if you lose the CT pistol, because CD rounds, they are hard to come by. Very hard to come by, like water in the desert, James. The Sahara deserts. Now, Fnatic, they need to win this force buy or do a huge amount of damage. They need to get something done with this. It cannot be a clean round for EnVyUs. That's the situation for Fnatic, or else EnVyUs are going to have a very strong advantage into winning this map. It's early to say that, of course, but well, that's how it is. Big advantages to be had here by EnVyUs.
See, Fnatic are just trying to guesstimate what might be going on here, rotating back and forth between A and B, but with no real information, no aggressive peaks, not giving Envy any early frags. You can see Envy lurking towards Ivy with 2 players. But there's no CTs really looking in their direction at the moment. Now we've got 2 players deep in this angle that flusha is holding, but Envy still being passive. So both teams are lacking in information at the moment. Envy starting to come down Ivy now, starting to move away from the B bomb site. Fnatic may be reading what might happen with this amount of time left. Going to start rotating, but JW still unsure, going back and forth between A and B, and it seems the CTs are going to commit the entire team towards B, but it's going to be the wrong play there.
Indeed it will be, but they are moving steadfastly back into the bomb sites. Have the engagements beginning here. EnVyUs looking pretty strong at the moment. As you noted, their positions were so good before the Fnatic team could really get into the bomb site and would have the flank there. Got some damage from flusha, but generally speaking, bomb down, 4 members alive for EnVyUs. They are looking in great shape here, and Fnatic might be definitely, well, they're absolutely considering just trying to save what they have. And flusha did pick up a Mac 10, so that's something. He's also picked up a smoke grenade. And, oh no, that's very unfortunate. Down to 2 HP, kioShiMa. 1 bullet to the torso instead of to a leg or any limb, indeed, would have made the difference. And now it's just JW. So this round, you know, we said, or I said at least, it had to be, Fnatic had to win or do a lot of like significant damage. They didn't get anything done in this round, and EnVyUs are going to have a nice journey to a good start here, thanks to that. Chunks of death, James.
That's the best way you could have possibly topped up that ridiculous sentence.
I know. Sometimes it happens. I'm tired, okay?
Indeed it does. So we have EnVy continuing with the anti-eco buy here. 2 Mac-10s on KNES and kioShiMa respectively. Happy with a fast frag towards the connector of KRIMZ. Again, on the CT side, you get to connector faster than the Ts get into T main, but when you know the CTs are on the eco, you can go there with no fear.
Here goes EnVyUs into that bomb site, the B bomb site. Fast, easy plant. And JW, of course, with that scout. Not going to get too much done just yet. Fnatic scrambling to get something out of this one, but you know, it's a great anti-eco round from EnVyUs. Quick plant on the B bomb site. It's really favorable as an anti-eco strategy to go onto that B site because I mean, against the guns of the CTs it can be problematic, but the pistols, they just don't really perform all that well in that kind of position. So we'll see an extra bit of damage done here by pronax at the end, but I think EnVyUs are pretty happy with this result. They get themselves up to 3 rounds. As EnVyUs try to finish off the remaining players, and there's a nice little spray down from NBK to do just that. Just swap out for the AK. So 3-0 for EnVyUs now, and it's all going to be on Fnatic, as we appear to have crashed, James.
It's one of those days, Dan. It's one of those days. Oh, I'm actually wearing no glasses now because everything has fallen off the desk, so I'm just going to have to go with it.
I'm just using these too much now. I'm abusing the power of these glasses, so I'm going to take them off because they'll lose meaning eventually.
Maybe they will. So with Fnatic start on the CT side, it's still early days.
Oh yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, well, of course, on the CT side, it can be very difficult to win rounds. For example, if you look at G2, they love to pick train, and the reason is because they can always field very strong T sides. But the thing is that if they're ever in this position where they start on the CT side, usually they have no margin of error when they start on the CT side. They have no margin of error when they get into the other half because they really struggle to win the CT rounds. So you often see like the 12-3 scorelines for them when they get the T side. But if they start off on the CT side, they concede likewise that many rounds, and then all of a sudden you got this position where if you lose a pistol round, boom, it's over. You don't even get a chance to do the same to your opponent. So that's the kind of fragile territory you put yourself into. And we can see EnVyUs, they won the pistol round. So they're even starting off with a good economy. So now there's less chances for EnVyUs to actually get themselves back into it. Fnatic, sorry. Less chances for them to get themselves back into it.
Okay, so back into the game now, and we are into the buy for both sides. You can see Fnatic with next to no nades left after the initial smokes, etc. You can see Pop Dog smoked off, Ivy smoked off, presumably main was smoked off as well. But again, EnVy have all the utility for an execute, and also to suggest one. You can see kioShiMa preparing to throw a smoke towards connector, but his teammates are spread out all across the map, so I can't imagine a strong follow-up. NBK with a nice angle there, just waiting for the opponents to peek, but JW will be able to trade.
That's good though. I mean, the trade is so strong. Fnatic, even if they win this round, I mean, they can't really afford to have too many players dying, and that's exactly what's going on at the moment. Oh my goodness. Look at the power from EnVyUs. They're really using those AKs very well in this round, and olofmeister's in a position where he's got to take 3 players down. He's got the A1. It's an interesting name there, but he will go down in the end to Apex. And this is what I was talking about before, like, a lot of these teams, and this is one of the reasons why G2 is so scary on the T side of this map, because all their players have such incredible rifling skills, and if you get them all out there together through Pop Dog and through team main, and it's very dangerous to deal with. Fnatic, they need to play forward into those positions as the CT side, but that itself has risks as well. So it's a very dangerous line that they're walking, Fnatic, but they are Fnatic after all, so they are the team to make it happen.
Okay, so 4-0 lead for EnVy. Fnatic with in financial turmoil, financial despair. Apex with waiting and punishing. So this is a fairly standard anti-eco round. EnVy doing a good job of it so far. flusha, only one remaining. Can't expect him to do too much in this situation. Only Kenny has been tagged as of yet. Not much really for flusha to achieve in this situation. EnVy being very patient about trying to locate him before getting this plant down. There it is, bomb's about to go down, so flusha will have to survive for longer, but it looks like Happy might shoot him in the back. Indeed he will, and that will be the end of that. Not much to report.
Yeah, exactly, and again, it's that situation Fnatic don't have as many chances. So they go down 5-0, and now they get the chance with the biggest buy possible. We'll see both the AWPs in play. But of course, you know, had they won the pistol round, they would get to lose a couple times before, you know, having to give an eco to their opponents. And when you eco against your opponents, you give your opponents, EnVyUs in this case, a chance to build a lot of bank, so they're ecoing less when you win rounds. So that gives you less opportunities as well. That's what Fnatic are up against at the moment. And the double AWPs could very well change things. They are playing forward in the A yard, so this might work out well for them.
Yeah, let's see how these double AWPs do. So Popdog's going to be re-smoked. Last week we saw a lot of action in that area. Trades coming in towards T-Main. T-Main's a very important area for the T's to try and hold, the CTs to try and choke. Doing a good job of it at the moment. But it will be abandoned down. They will concentrate their focus, the CTs, towards Ivy. But there are two players lurking. NBK's up close, just trying to get a bit of pre-fire, and eventually you'll find KRIMZ through the corner into the face. So, man advantage for EnVy at the moment. JW going to be holding the angle. Lots of nades coming in. Will he be smoked off or even flashed off? Two to find. There's the first one. NBK going to get taken down. JW will reset his position.
Yeah, it's all about coordination from EnVyUs. He couldn't get a refrag there onto JW, and kioShiMa in with a fast headshot onto olofmeister is going to cause a lot of issues here. JW and flusha need to save the day as JW is going to make his way through the smoke, but I think we do have T's with their eyes on that position as flusha needs to cause a distraction now for JW to get an opening. And will he do that? There are going to be shots fired, but KennyS is aware. JW is going to go down, and in fact, KennyS has spotted flusha as well. Can call his position to his teammates, and they're going to start to go for the kills, but flusha will take down KennyS. He's going to run out of bullets, and Happy will finish him off. 6-0 now for EnVyUs, as things get a little bit more awkward here for Fnatic. One more eco, then they can get the bind again, but that's already going to be a 7-0 scoreline, so you can see how fragile it is, and how important winning that pistol really is on a map like this.
You saw KennyS went for a crouch peek there. That, again, we mentioned how the AWP used to work before you could get a crouch peek, and he would be at a very good chance of getting that frag onto flusha now, but it was severely nerfed with the movement. No longer possible, but there it is. Kenny getting the first frag of this round. Onto pronax. The rest of the Fnatic players on pistols at the moment. So this is a very difficult half, and they're going to need at least 5 or 6 rounds to have a good chance in the second half. This is a bit of a disaster so far for Fnatic.
Yeah, absolutely. And that will have Happy baiting out olofmeister by throwing the flash and pick up the kill. I mean, we are having some damage done to EnVyUs. They have players that are quite low, but if you can't get the finish, then it's kioShiMa's going to spray down one potentially. He'll get KRIMZ as well. Flush is on 1 HP and he is now finished. So that 7-0 indeed is going to become a reality for EnVyUs as Fnatic get another chance. But again, this is their third buy round that they've had in these like proper buy rounds. In these 7 rounds, and only 2 of those 3 proper buy rounds have they been able to afford an AWP. So okay, in 2 of them they have gone double AWP, but still, again it's very difficult, very unforgiving map at the moment.
So you can see NBK just had a crash there, so the game is going to be paused quickly while we wait for him to come back. Not a good day for NBK's computer, it seems.
No.
Having a number of issues, as are we at the moment, but hopefully those are all over now. So Dan.
Yes.
Did you hear that I'm doing the major?
Yes, I did, because I'm also doing the major, Jace.
Nice. Welcome back. 7-0 to EnVy as Fnatic are on the buy once more. This time they only have 1 AWP onto JW. 2 CTs headed over towards Ivy, but there's no one there for EnVy at the moment, so those players might be wasting their time. If JW is one of those players, then he can look towards T-Main as well. But there's early presence towards Popdog and B for EnVy.
Yeah, it's a slow push here in the inner side of things for EnVyUs. They are just keeping tabs on the area and seeing whether or not anybody's going to be aggressive. Happy covering the flank. Can play the lurk down into Popdog to cause added distraction. Different approach here from Fnatic. They're much more passive on A yard, which means that their flanking opportunities are slower, and they must get through connector. If they can stop them from doing that, and Smokes are working on it as well, then that is going to be game over for Fnatic. But they do break through. That is the first battle won in this. But oh, what a shot there from KennyS! And now we have more players from Fnatic who are stuck in a very far away position at the end of the yard. And it's going to take so much to break through the defensive lines. KennyS is going to be working on them. KRIMZ will dart straight into that bomb site. olofmeister finds a nice engagement on KennyS, catching him off guard. down to NBK and Happy, but they have such good positions. So much damage has been done here, and there it is. NBK finishes off both players, and EnVyUs will go 8-0 once again. Fnatic, I mean, they can actually, you know, get pistol armor or something in this round and still be able to get a good buy next round, but it's 8-0 already, and you expect a 9-0 in this position. But oh, they're going for the force. Double mag.
Oh, JW with the Mag 7. I remember when he used to play Pop Dog with the Mag 7, actually. But again, he's currently over towards Ivy on the newer version of Train. But, ooh, could we see the JW of old starting to creep towards Pop Dog?
Oh yes, come on.
But again, Envy have 4 of their 5 players headed over towards a fast B execute. flusha is there with Mag 7, if I am not mistaken, although if they split between higher and lower, it might be a bit difficult for him. He can try and jump onto the middle of the bomb train and use it to try and hide from the upper players and punish accordingly. And there we go. Apex the first to go down, bomb bouncing all the way to flusha. olofmeister coming in with the AWP as well, holding the angles down. JW's gone down, as has flusha. They go to 2 Mag 7s. olofmeister with another frag. Happy though has an AWP of his own, but it's a man disadvantage here for Envy.
Is this the time? kioShiMa is going to find pronax. That's going to make it 2-on-2. KRIMZ. Very strong reaction there. That's going to leave things down to Happy. And olofmeister, he is going to find himself his 3rd kill for the triple. And it's going to finally give Fnatic a round. But they did lose 3 players there. And they obviously haven't been, they just forced as well. So, I mean, EnVyUs, if they win this round, they've got a pretty good track record and a lot of bank to play with. They reset Fnatic, and Fnatic are screwed, James. If Fnatic lose this round, it's basically game over. They cannot afford to do that.
Well, fingers crossed for them. olofmeister AWPing last round. This round he will continue, but sans armor. Just the AWP and the defuse kit for him. Many defuse kits on his side, which is a plus. We have seen some issues relating to defuse kits in the match prior. So flusha up close to the Mag 7 is going to be keeping these Envy players a little bit behind, but they are in position to trade. With a lot of bodies towards that B bomb site. flusha moving away now with that initial warning shot, and the T's will start to creep.
Yeah, I feel like when flusha gets this mag going, we should have that like let the bodies hit the floor track going, because flusha is pretty good with the mag as well, as is JW. Nade's going in though for EnVyUs' execute. But who will execute who in this push? flusha once again lurking. First shot, first kill. And there's another one at mid-range, and flusha, when is he going to stop? He does get eliminated by Kenny S, so that's nice, but he did so much damage. Apex, though, he's going absolutely huge there, pushing all the way to connector straight away. That's going to give Kenny S some breathing room to plant the bomb, and Happy is covering the back. So, 2 versus 2 now, and things are evening up in this situation. Kenny S with the peek, finds pronax. The second player is going to be spotted there. KRIMZ, he's got himself a one-on-one.
Molotov's coming in, Dan. He's on fire. Has he got enough to hold it? He doesn't. He's going to fall to the flames there. HellRaiser for him. But it's great that we saw flusha play on the sites in the way that I basically mentioned in the previous round. Quite happy with that. Taking down a close player. Nice shot to take down the one in upper as well. Mag 7 has a bit more power than you might expect in some situations. So it's an 8th round lead for Envy, and they've broken Fnatic. So Fnatic are they might well have lost the game by losing that round. It's reset their loss bonus, and unless they win some insane clutch here with USTs and P2000s, which looks very unlikely now, then it could be curtains here. Again, never count them out, but this might be an insurmountable lead that Envy have.
It is brutal, isn't it? It's really, really brutal. And this is, again, you know, one of those reasons why teams like to avoid the best-of-1 format, because, you know, sometimes you run into a map like this, and you can get a little bit unlucky. You can have a hard start against EnVyUs. It might not go your way, and 3 mags is that's what this has come down to, James. Triple mag 7.
That's one solution indeed, but it's going to be. I mean, flusha's going to run out of ways at this point to play the mag 7 by surprise on the B bomb site. Fast aggression from Envy towards B. Again, the Fnatic numbers are disappearing so quickly. How can you even call and make adjustments in the situation? pronax with a 2-man spray down, but he's got nowhere to reload his gun. NBK will wait, punish, trade. flusha now versus 3. Interesting, actually, if he can get close. I don't know how he gets close, but if he gets close with this mag 7, then who knows what's possible. But
imagine if he had a translocator, James.
A what?
Translocator.
What is a translocator?
It's from Unreal Tournament. You could shoot it and then teleport to where it lands.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a Quaker, but I No,
I played it a bit as well, but I was just a random scrub Dan.
Oh. flusha does get a connection there, but he will get eliminated. 11-1 is a rather large score favoring EnVyUs. And Fnatic have no bank again. Once again, they get the poor side of the, well, everything, I guess.
The poor side of everything, yes. I don't know why I said exactly what you said there.
Yeah. When I said the first bit, I was like, "There's no way I can finish this where it will make sense." And then, but you tried. I respect that.
It's because we are the same person, almost. Save for a bit of hue here and there. Kenya's going for a fast peek towards the B bomb site, but there's going to be no early engagement. flusha's coming close. This time with a CZ, not going to be enough. Going to be shot straight in the face by NBK. Early engagement's going to give him the B bomb site. Standard plant coming in. Standard Molotov play plant really these days. Apex Moose will take down JW again. This is an eco buy from Fnatic. This is a rout by Envy so far. Yeah,
I mean they're really abusing the you know, the natural parts of the map very well, and I like that. That forces other teams to adapt, and this is how EnVyUs used to play the game. They would exploit everything that they possibly could to have the strongest possible results, and so I can't wait to see, you know, teams that are able to deal with this situation a bit better when they lose the pistol round on CT against EnVyUs. Double up comes into play again. It did not work out too well last time Fnatic tried it, but let's see what strategy EnVyUs go with this round. Maybe they will play something that's a little bit easier to digest with 2 orcs for Fnatic. Fnatic haven't been playing super close to Top Dog and team main very often, but this time JW's going to try to sprint in and he's going to get punished.
Yeah, Fnatic are going old school now with limited funds, but they are being ripped apart once again. They've got going for them, they've got only a man down. KRIMZ with a 180 no-scope, not going to be enough. Happy's P250 will take him down. So flusha with the York versus Kenny and Happy. This is anyone's now. It's really cool though that we're seeing Fnatic go to kind of the older style where JW is playing Pop Dog. But to what notes has it been? They have 1 round versus the 12 of Envy.
Yeah, I think they know where flusha is now, so I think they fired a shot there with the camera, but maybe it was
look at his rotation though.
And flusha's awesome with the AWP. Let's have a look. He's got a shot, and oh, he's gonna get it straight away. Just now, Kenny S to deal with, and you think he has a good read on this one. With that bomb being planted where it is. Can't know for sure, and there's the top flash. Oh, he's gonna find the headshot somehow. flusha, he's gonna clutch this one, and that is one of the reasons why he is so awesome. He is a clutch master, and that is going to be a defuse for Fnatic. So 2 rounds at the very least. Can they get themselves to 3? That's basically the best possible.
Dan, they've doubled their score just before the last round of the first half.
Yeah.
They have doubled their score.
Yep, it is.
Their score has gone up, Dan, by 100%.
This is not a good lick. But they don't even have much, because again, flusha was the last guy alive. They don't even have much in the way of weaponry, in the sense that 2 FAMAS is not in really the position you want to be in.
Well, Envy changing the pace now in this last round, going a little bit more, well, a lot more passive. Just waiting to see if Fnatic go for an aggressive play. We saw it earlier on. You can see the boost attempt coming over the smoke there. We started to see this on Inferno, top mid. Not something I've noticed myself in team main on train just yet, but there we go. No frags yielded though on this occasion. pronax taking a bit of damage. See when Envy starts to move. Maybe now with that frag onto JW.
Extra bit of damage there from Apex. He's going to be able to allow his team into the train yard as he pushes forwards now, getting more and more position. But the good response coming in from Fnatic. 2 kills going towards them. But again, NBK now is allowing a lot more space onto the A site for his team. But still, we do have actually olofmeister who's on that A train. We have to deal with him. He's spotted now. Oh, the spray comes in through the smoke. Apex is going to find that frag. And now they're looking for flusha. Is Happy going to spot this? Yes, he will. Likely seeing the barrel through the smoke before flusha could see what was going on. And that's a 13-2 scoreline. This could be over very soon indeed. Assuming that the pistol round does go to the French side.
So, into the pistol on the second half. Again, we're just seeing more and more pistols. We're seeing 8 players with Kevlar these days. And we're seeing it again today. So, pronax going to be the nade man for his team. NBK, respectively, for his no kit on the CTs.
Nice.
3 players coming through Ivy, and the CT's a bit of a crossfire going on, but now it's only Kenny trying to escape, and indeed he will, for now, hiding behind the smoke. Is he going to push through and punish? He could find himself 3 plays here. Apex has stolen 1, being traded by JW. And Kenny just tapping through the smoke. Only 2 Ts left now. This is not looking good for Fnatic. flusha is all alone for a split second, taken down by NBK. 3 players surviving for Envy. They are 2 rounds away from a 16-2 victory, Dan.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome performance so far from them. And, well, you know, Fnatic didn't get that many opportunities in the buy rounds. I think they were, what, by like 9-0, they'd had 3 buy versus buy situations. So obviously, they, you know, it's pretty rough going. And now, you know, they need a miracle to stay in this. And they got the force buy on the T side at least. So, you know, it's a little bit easier on the T side, I'd say. And they're going to go for the quick yard play. But Apex is close with the FAMAS. And Indy goes with the spray. I don't believe it. 3 kills. 3 kills off the FAMAS spray. You don't see that every day. And all right.
Dan,
all right.
Like my love life as a teenager, Fnatic have been constantly denied. NV find themselves in match point now with with Fnatic on little to no money. Just pistols and a few bits and bobs from the back of the sofa, back of the cupboard.
Deagles, man. Quad Deag is what I like to see. And just on around the way now, that match point is pretty nice for them to play with. Just very passive setup. They've actually pushed Ali a little bit as well, so they got some good information as to what's going on there. But Fnatic are playing pretty passively themselves to begin with, hoping that they can, you know, catch somebody on an aggression, and maybe they can. Do have a little bit of a push there, coming in finally down, actually pushing up behind them, but there it is. olofmeister is going to find himself a shot from Popdog. kioShiMa is working his way up from Ali's side all the way around to the flank, but he might not be fast enough, and there's no one in the B site at the moment apart from NBK.
Yeah, on his lonesome, with many Fnatic players headed his way. That grenade is going to do a little bit of damage to each player. Could have done a lot more, but there we go. We'll see if he can spread him down should they choose to push, but they're not committing just yet. JW teasing an entrance, but now there are 3 players on the site and a flank coming in from kioShiMa.
Here he goes. He's got the MP7 as well, and he's been spotted. He can just hold the angle, and he can force them to make a decision. They're going to decide that decision will be to double back into his MP7, and he'll only get the single kill. So 3 versus 3 situation, and maybe, just maybe, Fnatic can pull off a miracle here. But there's Kenny, yes, finds himself 2 kills, leaving all the weight on the shoulders of the in-game leader, pronax against Happy.
Hiding behind the smoke is pronax, or around the corner of it. He's going to get taken down by the MP7 there, probably punished through the tracer of the M4A4. Not as good as the M4 Silence, which doesn't have traces. But there we go. Fnatic with what is likely to be a consolation round at this point. Envy have 12 rounds to take 1 round.
And guess what, James? Fnatic won the round, but like every other round that they've won, only 1 guy was left alive. So their buy is a little bit lacking. 2 kills, a sparse on the grenades. And we get a lot of deagles here for EnVyUs, so they're going to play the war of attrition right now and just grind down Fnatic until they cannot buy anymore, until they have no advantages left. And Fnatic will play the early rounds, also the early moments of the round, passively. Just making sure that they are safe, using that time as it is to their advantage to do so at this point anyway.
We've got triple butcher pistols. Envy looking for the meat shots with those deagles. They look pretty damn nasty. And they've stacked 4 players onto the A-bomb side. There's a nice start from kioShiMa straight in the face of KRIMZ. Apex going to take down JW after olofmeister finds Kenny. So 4 versus 3. And the onus is on Fnatic to push the site, to push these choke points.
pronax is in now with the AK. His teammate slowly creeping on through. And again from Apex. Not really finding much in the way of connections. Fnatic are in a really awful position. Olofmeister's on 1 HP, but he might find himself a sneaky frag as they're not looking his way. Oh, NBK goes in, he finds that kill on Olofmeister, saves his teammate in the process, and goes over the top. That's going to allow Happy the distraction to get shots off as well. NBK and Happy alone against flusha. He has the bomb below him, and he's got to try to get the frag. But look how these Frenchmen play these angles. They will secure it. 16-3. Wow. Fnatic, James. Fnatic, they got crushed.
It was a pretty monstrous game by Envy. Fnatic got nothing done on their CT side. The match was already over by the time the pistol started on the second half. And that's all the commentary I'm doing on that because I am now a swag lord. That.
I thought we would cut the break then on that. I thought that would have been nice. But no, we've got Triple Dust 2 upcoming now. Triple Dust 2. If you like Dust 2, and if you like Gamers 2, we have Double Dust 2 and Double Gamers 2 on Dust 2, followed by TSM and Fnatic on Dust 2.
See you after the break.